The MTV Movie Awards were last night. Sorry, the MTV and TV Movie Awards were last night. And God, I'm just depressed by this show, and I have right to be because I am a MTV Movie Award winner. That's right, for those of you that didn't know, I won this award in 2007, and I'm very proud of it. I won it for a short that was edgy, boundary pushing, and a lot of fun. It was called United 300. I won that through a contest and actually was on the show, got the award from Samuel Jackson. I'm not trying to gloat. I'm just proud of it. I'm proud of it. And it was a very early pinnacle point in my career. And I'm always looked up to this show. That's why I did this contest. That's why I was on the show, because I always looked up to their parodies. Ben Stiller and so many other people made these amazing parodies on the show, and I looked up to that as just some of the funniest comedy bits there were. And so over the years, the show has always been funny, irreverent, boundary pushing, all of these things, and nowadays it's just become so safe and promotional. It's just lost its edge. There's really just no point to it anymore. I don't even understand it. Last night's show...
I went to my babies and I said, here, mommy made this for you. And what you saw in that movie is what your mommy would do for you. I was put on this earth to protect you. You are my world. I love you so much, and I will move mountains to make sure that you are safe.
Okay, this is a clip I'm watching that MTV provided of the best speeches of the night. That just looks like an old Golden Globes, or not even a Golden Globes. They're usually drunk at the Golden Globes. That just looks like an Oscar speech. It just looks like she won a real award. Sandra Bullock, this is not a real award. This is the MTV, even I know that, and I have one. These are silly, ridiculous popcorn awards. This is supposed to be the show that's fun. This is the show where Jim Carrey came out on the show and did this. He did this after losing the Oscar nomination for
this year's so-called Oscar race. I realize that dancing for the man just ain't where it's at.
This is
and I
clearly
decided right then and there
true Jim Carrey.
That no matter what they tried to take away from me, I was going to be who I really am.
He's going off in this amazing satire of losing the Oscar nomination, which you can tell he's clearly bummed about, but he's doing it in this way that's just very real but funny and satirizing the whole industry.
I like rap music.
He then even goes to roast MTV.
As much as the nice, frightened Caucasian.
Next frightened Caucasian.
But you know what'd kill you every once in a while to play a little fog hat?
And can you imagine him saying something like this in today's day and age?
There's some fine-looking see in this room tonight, I'll tell you that
much. And the audience just loves it. They are eating it up like it's crazy of awesomeness. You just can't do that on any other award show. That's the beauty of the MTV Movie Awards. He didn't mean that derogatorily. I mean, he's playing a character, and clearly everyone understood it was a joke. But this is the platform where you can make jokes like that, and you can push the boundaries and do these things. I mean, even America's sweetheart, Reese Witherspoon.
Because last night,
and even she came on. Look at this.
A generation award. And then
TMZ has a good point. They make up these awards to give people prizes.
I just want to say to all the girls out there, like, I know it's cool to be bad, but it's also possible to make it in Hollywood without a reality show. And
wait, there's more.
When I came up in this business, you made a sex tape. You were embarrassed, and you hid it under your bed.
Boom! She could only have been talking
Bravo,
to you,
Reese.
Kim.
This show usually always was the place, the pulpit where people would be able to make just really smart, crazy, and statements that meant something to this younger generation. But nowadays, it's just pandering. It's pandering to this new age of everybody's inclusive and everybody needs to be, which please don't take that out of context. Of course, we need to be kind. The Rock gave a wonderful speech about being kind and not forgetting where you came from. All of these things are valuable, but at the same time, this show is just was just sillier than that. It's a friggin' popcorn award. My God, it's an award where people are coming. Let's be honest about what the MTV Movie Awards are. It's built for summer blockbusters on purpose because MTV knows it can pull in all these celebrities to promote their summer movies because they need something somewhere to promote, and this is a big glitzy option to do. All the other award shows are December. What if we made an award show in April, May, and now it's June because they must not have been able to get enough people. But usually it's typically April, May, and they do it so they can promote all of the upcoming summer blockbusters and get all those celebrities to show up. The year I was there, man, man, it was Johnny Depp, Will Ferrell, Sacha Baron Cohen, Jack Nicholson was there. I mean, this was a who's who of famous people were at this award show. And it's just like, nowadays, it's just whoever shows up is going to win is in that front table. Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy, and Elizabeth Moss were their big stars this year who were sitting there watching, and The Rock. And the reason The Rock's there is because he's given the Generation Award, which just means he has Hobbs and Shaw coming out. How do we get The Rock to get an award? Oh, I know. Let's give him the Generation Award. Look, I love The Rock. The Rock deserves a Generation Award, but that's what this show is. It's whoever's promoting that summer gets a big award, so they show up for free, so MTV can advertise it and get sponsors, and that's what this whole show is. It's a whole, that's how I won. Yahoo sponsored this award, and I won it because of Yahoo, not because of MTV. I'm not an idiot. I understand that. But what's so frustrating is the show is now taking itself so seriously. Guys, this is not what that show was, and that makes me even more irritated. What makes me more irritated even beyond all that, the reason I love and grew up with, I know so many of you know the MTV Movie Awards, is because of their spoofs. Their spoofs were insane. These spoofs were iconic spoofs. I mean, I'm talking Will Ferrell as the architect.
Ergo, concordantly, vis-a-vis. You know what? I have no idea what the hell I'm saying.
No one had any idea what he was saying, and that was so brilliant. Instead, this year, what do we get? We get a Game of Thrones parody from Zach Levi, who's our host. And I don't mean to knock Zach Levi. Zach Levi is a very nice enough guy. But if you were to tell me, if you were to tell Andy, younger Andy won this, oh man, MTV's going to do a big Game of Thrones spoof with the hottest talent and the best writers, and they're going to really send it up, I would have been like, yes, yes, yes. It makes me immediately think of this amazing parody.
Earth stands upon the brink of destruction. Bring forth.
You all remember this. Jack Black and Sarah Michelle Gellar, Odd Team Up, hosted one year,
Jack,
and brought us this genius.
Ring, don't you?
Yes, I have the ring. The thing is, last night me and some buddies had a little too much mead, and we ended up at the piercing
It's brilliantly
parlor.
edited. This is just so good.
Long story short,
Oh my God.
I mean, that's impressive. Rotoscoping.
It is a gift.
you're damn right it's a gift.
It's a gift. But here we are now, and Zach Levi is about to spoof up Game of Thrones, which you would think, ooh, that's a great idea. Let's see what Zach Efron, let's see what Zach Levi is going to do with Game of Thrones.
Danny, I would never. Do you know that Varys doesn't have any balls? It's true. It's true. He's like flat down there. He's flat like a Ken doll, and you cannot trust a flat front. Everybody knows that. Come on, Danny. You don't actually think old two ball Zach? Dos pelota Zacharias. Come on, you can trust me. I'm gonna guess that you're smiling over there, just kind of taking in the ocean air. So you keep doing that. Breathe in with the good, out with the bad. I'm gonna go, but just remember, I'm definitely
This
not
is just
the one telling
cringeworthy
people
for me. I watched the whole thing, and I was just, and I didn't watch, to be honest, I didn't watch the show last night because I don't have MTV on any of my streaming apps, so I couldn't to keep you from it. And this just was just. It just is the most lowest common denominator jokes, and it's all about Zach Levi. He makes it all about himself. All the jokes are about him and his kookiness, and he just tries to keep it positive. This was a show that was reviled in this last season. Yes, I know you're giving them an award, but if you're not going to come here to take out the show, why even do it? It's just so lazy. I mean, and I say that because this is what, even Jimmy Fallon was able to pull. And I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Fallon, but Jimmy Fallon's even, he did a lot of making it about himself. But at least he's like sort of creatively using the footage and putting these concepts into a funny premise.
Hold it, wait. I pressed the wrong button. Smile.
After 3 decades of work and over 10,000 shingles laid by hand, I'm finally done.
But this idea of like Batman just showing us everything.
Cause you take
It's a funny concept. There's a joke to it, and instead, here's what we get: we get Zachary Levi busting on us.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you sound a little parched.
Let the much hotter man speak.
June from How Did This Get Made saves a lot of this sketch. She's the funniest part.
I can get you some water.
But this interrupting.
Once upon a time, I think we got that.
Please.
There was a boy.
And the boy.
This film is so ripe with parody.
To star in big movies like Shazam and Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel.
Oh man, you can go watch it yourself if you're really that desperate, but it's just so unfunny. And look at this production value. They recreated the whole house. It's so impressive and such an awesome opportunity. Who did they hire to write these? They're just so weak, generic, and safe. You got to make fun of this movie more, and this just doesn't make any damn sense. And I say that because one of the best ones they've ever done, one that stands with me for so long, is this one with Ben Stiller.
He's never going to go for it. It's not realistic. It's not
where he portrays Tom Cruise's stunt double.
I've done 14 films with Tom, all right? So I think I have a pretty good idea of what Tom does or doesn't want to...
How's that kick coming on, huh?
He doesn't think you'd go with a kick.
What? That's...
The way we work is he'll go through sometimes and do the scene, and
still makes
it's
me
helpful
laugh.
for me because it gives me that outside perspective.
Tom,
you know what? I think
Cruise plays it so straight, and Ben Stiller does this amazing performance.
You know, like how many times can we look at you kicking a guy and then getting kicked in the face? You know what? Kick. Let's call it. Let's call it kicking impossible.
You could go.
This is coming because Ben Stiller is obviously a creative genius. And this feels so like Ben Stiller show era. This idea of not only is the homicide funny,
those are his own stunts, so he doesn't really need a stunt double. But we make good use of the other Tom Cruise.
They get John Woo into like this amazingly funny comedic performance.
I mean, I'm always thinking, always brainstorming ways to make the fight look better. We've worked together for so long now. It's almost like I don't know. It's kind of like we almost finish each other's sentences, kind of.
I mean, I don't think we've ever finished each other's sentences.
And you can tell that's like a genuine Tom Cruise is breaking. Then they're laughing at each other, and Ben Stiller's running with it. And you just can feel just how fun it was. That's just the reality of what this show used to be. Best WTF moment, badass star, best shirtless performance with Zac Efron winning every year. These were fun things. These were things that made the show different. Best sandwich in a movie. I mean, that's honestly, I want the weird categories back. I want all those things. And what's so, also, I applaud the show for going here. They're getting a lot of press this morning because Brie Larson shows up and gives the stunt team behind Captain Marvel the press, and as she should. Bravo. Here they are. Say whatever you want. She says they're the backbone of the movie. Amen.
Thank you to Brie for...
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, thank me. It just, I don't know. Just give them their moment. Don't make it about you again when you say give them whatever they want. Stunt community should be getting their own awards. That should be an Oscar contender award in itself. Yes, thank you for pointing those out, Brie, but then odd that you made it about you again. I mean, granted, they did, you didn't, but they're obviously friends. I'm being harsh on Brie, and I don't mean to be that harsh, but it plays weird, and it just plays a little bit of just needing the attention. Everybody needs attention on the show. That's what the whole show is about. That is what the show is about. It's a promotional award show. I mean, I'm here promoting my award still 10 plus years later. So, I mean, I get it. People should be proud. This is a cool award, but it's also a popcorn award. We want something that's fun and crazy and different and out there. And I want Will Ferrell and Sacha Baron Cohen to kiss on stage again. I want Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams to kiss again, recreating their moments. All of these things. Selma Blair and Sarah Michelle Gellar recreating their kiss from Cool Intentions. The Twilight guys kissing. All of these things are just more iconic moments that this didn't have any of. What is this for? Who is this for? Who is the award show for? And I ask you, the audience, as I sound this off, do you watch the show? Do you remember the show? Do you remember having fond memories of the show? What would get you to tune back in? Do you want it to go zanier and crazier and push the boundaries again? It can still be inclusive. It can still be for pro everything, but it can also still have some bite to it. How do we get the bite back in the MTV Movie Awards? And yes, I'm calling it the MTV Movie Awards. You can't call it the MTV Movie and TV Awards. That's just stupid. It's a stupid name. Make a TV Awards if you want to make a TV Awards. The MTV Movie Awards has a history, and I'm sticking to it, and I refuse to call it the TV awards. Make your own new show in the fall when you want to promote the fall season, because then maybe everyone will show up because they got to promote their pilots. There you go, MTV. 2 shows a year. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting here? Is this stupid? Or do you remember these old parodies and just remember how funny they were and miss the heyday of MTV Movie Awards? Or is MTV just done anyway? I don't even, what's on MTV? I'm so old and out of touch, I don't even know anymore. Is The Real World still on? Tell me in the comments below, and I look forward to reading them. And as always, check back here every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesdays live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Nerd Wars. Thanks, everybody. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.